This movement is called world's greatest stretch. In addition to targeting every major muscle in the body, it includes both static and dynamic movements and positioning. It activates central nervous system, creating new connections between the brain and the body that help improve your workouts along with reducing injury. So you need to start with a high plank position in which your shoulders, hips and knees are in straight line. You then need to lunge forward with one leg right beside your palm, keeping the foot flat on the floor. After that, you need to rotate your upper body while lifting the same side arm laterally as if you are trying to touch the sky. Lower that arm back down to its original position. Repeat the same with other leg and the arm as well. A progression in this movement will be touching your elbow down to the floor and then lifting that arm up. Rest everything stays the same. This is simply a lunge overhead arm stretch. It works for your hip flexors, lower back, lats and obliques. People usually deal with tight hips because of sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for long leads to tight muscles. You can use it as a part of stretching and flexibility routine to help you maintain your range of motion. As you can see, I am taking a walking stance and lunging forward with one leg. My foot stays flat throughout. I am then lowering the same side arm down, touching the floor, followed with my other hand, which is traveling to opposite side over my head, keeping my body stable. If you are struggling to keep your body stable, you can keep your back foot, knee on the floor and try it out. If your body doesn't allow your arm to reach the opposite side, you can keep trying. This is forward reach squat. Here I would like to talk more about hip hinge. You may not be familiar with the term hip hinge, but you likely perform this movement every day. It is a forward bend at the waist during which hips move forward and backward or into extension and flexion. The hinging of the hips is a common movement everyone will utilize throughout their life, so incorporating this into an exercise routine is ideal. If you have ever bent over and picked up something without squatting, which everyone has, then you engaged in hip hinge movement. Performing this movement allows us to pick stuff from the ground, bend to take a closer look at something, and many other associated movements. Being able to hip hinge requires mobility, strength and balance. This is called scorpion reach. It is a part of animal flow exercises. You begin with a high plank position, keeping shoulders, hips and knees in straight line. You then go into a loaded beast position by reaching out and tucking your knee towards the opposite side elbow. Your ankle should be extended. The foot then travels out and up in a circular pattern. The base leg can be marginally flexed at the knee but entirely on the toes. You then rotate your hips and outwardly rotate the base heel. Repeat the same with the other leg. If you are new to this movement, after every rep you can bring your foot down in a high plank position and then again perform it. This is side plank with rotation. Position your palm right below your shoulder. Stack your legs, knees, ankles and feet together. Engage your abs and form a straight line from your shoulder to foot. Extend the other arm up. Rotate your torso downwards and reach under your body with that arm. Rotate back to side plank with arm up position. This is an advanced version of side plank exercise. If you are new, please start with basic side plank before you do this. If your fitness level allows you to hold a side plank for 60 seconds or more, then try this dynamic side plank. This is plank to downward dog, or what you can call downward facing. When it comes to core strength and improving flexibility, it's a perfect match. It's one fluid movement. Start on your hands and knees. Keep your shoulders directly above your wrists and hips over your knees. Tuck your toes under and straighten your legs. Your core should be engaged and don't let your back sag or your shoulders scrunch up towards your ears. Relax your head and neck. Press your hips and butt back. Push away slightly with your arms as you engage core. You will be in an upside down, V-shaped pose. This is downward dog pose. If the pose feels uncomfortable, especially in your lower back, drop to your knees rather than holding something that ultimately might sideline you from continuing your practice. When in plank or downward dog, make sure you keep space between your shoulder blades and don't round your shoulders forward.